For the first time since March 23rd, after almost a 4-month interruption due to the COVID-19-led lockdowns, international flights with a few select countries have resumed via air bubbles. Here's a 3-point analysis to understand what this means for the aviation industry and for air travelers. 1. What is an air bubble? An air bubble is a bilateral arrangement with a set of regulations and restrictions in which the carriers of the two countries can operate international flights. Now, as per the Civil Aviation Ministry, air bubbles are at a stage short of normal civil aviation activities. India has established individual bilateral bubbles with France, Germany, and the United States of America. A similar arrangement with the UK will also soon be permitted. Now, Air France will operate 28 flights between Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru and Paris from July 18th to August 1st, while United Airlines and American Airlines will resume 18 flights between India and the US from today to July 31st. Now, on July 9th, India had already announced an air bubble with the UAE under specific conditions that is in place from July 12th until July 26th. Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri had earlier said that air bubbles are only way forward for international travel during the pandemic. He also has said, and I quote, "We have many demands for air bubbles, but we need to be careful. We should permit that many only that we can handle," unquote. 2. Is India being too hasty? Well, this development comes at a time when COVID-19 cases in the country have crossed the 1 million mark. And so the questions are being raised on the risks involved. Case in point, New Zealand, which last month had declared itself free of the virus, saw new cases emerge shortly after, prompting the government to postpone the operation of travel bubbles with Australia. China too had successfully contained the spread of the coronavirus as well, but again saw new cases rising from the travelers returning from overseas. So opening of borders with countries say like US, which is the worst affected nation in the world, does raise concerns, especially when cases in India have crossed 10 lakh and no signs of peaking out yet. Now, moreover, quarantine protocols for these travelers will also have to be looked at. A failure to enforce strict isolation guidelines may actually lead to unwanted spikes in the city's COVID-19 numbers and, more worryingly, second wave of infection as well. 3. What does this mean for the industry and for flyers? Well, aviation industry is the worst hit due to the COVID-19 pandemic-led travel restrictions that's worldwide. Now, as for the Indian Airlines, a recent report by CRISIL Research noted that Indian airlines are staring at a massive 1.1 to 1.3 trillion rupees revenue foregone over fiscal years 2020 to 2022. Now, it also said airlines are unlikely to recoup this loss as growth is not expected to return to pre-pandemic levels of double-digit increase, at least in the medium term. Now, with the resumption of international travel via air bubbles, it gives a glimmer of hope to this ailing industry. But there's again still confusion among the flyers about whether everyone can travel in and out of India on these air bubble flights. Well, at the moment, the entrance is restricted to Indian nationals or to those with overseas citizenship of India status. The ministry has also pointed out that some foreigners will also be allowed, but that will also be again subject to restrictions.